Hi everyone, welcome to the series of podcasts, which is more about building a strong profile for your child and most importantly, helping him discover who he or she really is. So let's understand that there is one pain point that all parents have. In parenting, right now, in this information explosion era, what should my child do? What will make a good career for him? And there is a plethora of advice. We have it on Google, we have it on parents who mean well. Oh, this field has scope, let's go ahead with this. But I wish things were that simple. So I think whenever you enter into a store and you see that not all shoes fit you, right? Each one of us has a different shoe size, a different comfort fit. So as one shoe does not fit all, one career advice cannot be implied or kept for everyone. Rather than thinking, what is my next step? Which career am I going to do? Which college am I going to do? Why do not we address that who am I really? Help your child discover that. What makes him or her unique? What are his strengths and weaknesses? How does he learn best? How can he combine his skills, his talent, his interest, his passion and translate it into his career? And trust me, all of us know that the careers that are in scope right now might very well be redundant 10 or 15 years down the line. There will be something new that's come up. So, how do I ensure that I make his profile that strong that he can tap each and every opportunity that comes along his way? Having said that, who are we really? Okay, if you ask me, I will probably say that I'm a mother, I'm a teacher, I'm an educator, but I'm much more. I'm an avid reader, I have a love for travel, I'm a linguistically inclined person. So, to understand each one of us, it's very important that we know what intelligences are we a combination of. Let's not get overwhelmed. Let's understand that each one of us is like a pie diagram or a pie chart of 8 or 9 different kinds of intelligences, which are groomed either by our exposure, they are groomed by our experiences, our cultural backgrounds. There are n number of things that shape us into whom we are, even genetics for that matter. So, what I'm talking about? What are these intelligence profiles? Let's dive deeper into it. According to Mr. Howard Gardner, each one of us is a combination of 8 or 9 basic intelligences. So, let's understand what are they. The linguistically intelligent people are the ones who predominantly are very comfortable with the spoken word. Words are something that come easy to them, analyzing words, expressing themselves, understanding words. So these children probably would not face a lot of difficulty while in school or while rote learning or even with their retentive memory because they learn the words. Okay. A logical thinker is the one where you say, "Na, mera bacha to math mein bahut acha hai." Okay, so he's exhibiting his skill either with numbers or he is very process oriented, breaks things down. Everything has to have an order in which it progresses. You have your bodily kinesthetic person, the person who is your sportsman, MS Dhoni, who is a dancer, who is maybe somebody who is into a lot of movement. So if you see people who are very good with event management, running around, doing the ground level of work, they are bodily kinesthetic, but they also have an issue. They will not understand unless they do something. So they need to be doers. Not only that, these children cannot sit together for long periods of time and maybe study very, very intensive subjects. They need breaks. They need to employ the technique that's called as chunking or probably the Pomodoro method, where I'm moving from one place to another, or probably I learn while I'm walking. That's something that I used to do when I was doing my college. Another type of intelligence are the musically inclined, your musicians, your artists, your singers who pick up rhythm and rhyme. So probably, I don't know, but you might have seen your child makes a rhyme about a geography concept just because that's the way he or she learns better. Having said that, the musically inclined people could go into making sound music or creating music or probably singing. So these are the areas that they would naturally excel in. The next type is the visual spatial. Now, visual spatial children are very adept or very quick to learn and imagine things in 3D models. So when you say you have an architect or an interior designer who understands space, proportions, how things will look when put together, compositions. So these are your children who are visual spatial by nature. So visual spatial learners would make very good people who compose things. I think even in art you would see that everything has a perfect harmony with them. Then is the skill that everybody talks about, logo se baat karo, which is the interpersonal. Interpersonal people are people's people. So you probably say that they were extroverted. They can connect to different kinds of people and do it almost effortlessly. And there are those who like to reflect, who like to propound on the questions of life and ponder upon them. These are your intrapersonal. They know how to regulate their own feelings. They know how to look after themselves. They know how to respond, not react. They might sometimes not be very interpersonal because they would rather observe than be the center of attraction. Having said that, I think if we sit and think as to what qualities our child exhibits, we realize there are a few that he exhibits more or she exhibits more, and a few that they do not exhibit that much. Let us not put it down all to genetics. Let us understand it's all about exposure. Maybe the cultural background, maybe the amount of exposure to that particular field has not allowed him or her to tap into that side of their personality. Or we generally accept that, okay, that's the way he or she is. And the fun part is that we are all a mixture of these. We are not any one intelligence. I might be musical, I might be interpersonal, I might be a linguistically inclined person. And the way I react with the world is based on that. So before you choose a career, if you are choosing a high pressure career for a child whose intra is weak, he's going to have a lot of tough time. If you're going to choose a career where that child is doing research and his logical skills are high, he'll be great at research because his intrapersonal is low. He knows how to keep to himself. He's comfortable being by himself. He's comfortable putting long hours of work into that. He is process oriented, so he can break it down. So parents, before you choose a career, before you join the herd, understand that your child is unique. Sit down, write down his strengths and weaknesses. You can even use a journal where you can do your profiling or join us and understand that what is the profile of your child and how would it then translate into his real life skills or real life career. So parents, you may connect with us to understand your child's intelligence profile, what are his innate strengths and weaknesses, and drop in a comment for any question that you may have. Thank you.